Hey everyone, my name's Tom. I'm a professional woodworker and finish carpenter, and today I want to tell you how to make money woodworking. And we're going to go over 3 projects that you can sell that have high margin and are pretty easy sells to make. And if you stick around to the very end, I'm going to actually give you some tips on how to actually get these sales and get that money in your bank account. So let's put down the fence pickets and let's make money woodworking. I hate fence pickets. I mean, it's brilliant. I get it. It's just, it's like pallet wood projects. I don't like it. I don't know why. It's just, I'm a hater. All right, before we get too into this, I want to clarify something here is that all of these things kind of fall under the category of millwork. And what millwork is it's basically just woodworking that gets permanently installed in someone's home. Now, that could be making trim, or it could be making these projects here. But basically, it's an installation that's permanent in a home, and it adds value to a home, or at least perceived value. And that's why these projects sell so well, and why the margin can be what it is. Because basically, they view it as an investment. A table is an expense, right? But adding to your home, when you sell that, you can get that back out of it, or at least that's the perceived value. The other really nice thing about this is, like, when you're cranking out smalls, you're competing with everyone all across the country because people can ship anywhere. When you're installing something in someone's home, you're really just cutting the competition down in a big way. Now, granted, you may need a license to be a licensed contractor depending on where you live, but you don't even have to do the installs here. But it's narrowing things down. It's more localizing, so you're removing a lot of competition immediately. The other thing is you're usually working with higher end materials, which removes a lot of hobbyists. So that's the nice thing about millwork and why you get these sales way easier and why the margin can be so high. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about here is actually fireplace mantels. I did an entire video on this that you should go watch after watching this one, but I've built a bunch of them, and I always end up doing these kind of grain wrap boxes like this cherry one here that's going to be installed in a few days. But yeah, you could do rustic style fireplaces all the way down to you can actually prefab like an ornate trimmed out, say, colonial era full fireplace mantle. And you don't have to necessarily do the install, but you can. If you have a contractor or homeowner doing the install, obviously you're just going to be working in the shop. But if you do the install, you need to keep one thing seriously in mind, and that is that you may have to scribe the stone. So you want to account for that in the pricing. Don't forget to charge for building it and for installing it. And sometimes if you're scribing those stone fireplace, it could take 8 hours in itself. Besides that, what I love about these is they're quick. 9 times out of 10, I have less than 8 hours in the entire process, from bidding it to building it to installing it. If you lump it all together, it's less than 8 hours. So it's quick money, great cash flow. I definitely love doing these, and I'll continue to do these as long as people will buy them from me. All right, sticking within the home, we're going to go to the kitchen next. This is where a lot of people want to spend their money, in their kitchen and bathrooms. And this is actually butcher block countertops. Now, specifically, I'm talking about on an island. I see a huge trend. I've been in hundreds of kitchens over the last few years where the island is a separate color and it has a butcher block top compared to granite or quartz in the rest of the kitchen. I don't know why it's popular, but it definitely is. And you can get those jobs. You can build them in a small shop, no big deal. Again, installation's easy, or they're installing it themselves or a contractor. These ones, super simple, quick builds. All right, so the third one, like I mentioned before, people spend most of their money in their kitchens and in their baths, and bathroom vanities is a great way to get some of that money in your own pocket. I don't know why. Right now, it seems everybody's wanting taller vanities. A lot of people are wanting custom bathroom vanities. This is where you can come in, and you can kind of act like a boutique millworks with these jobs and just provide exactly what they need. Once again, you can install it yourself. Don't forget to charge for that. Or you can have a contractor install it, or the homeowner installs it. Either way, making custom vanities, using high-end materials, things like that, you really can put some money in the bank. And the options out there, you're not ripping anyone off. Like, even Home Depot vanities are expensive. So keep that in mind. Charge what you need to charge. Don't be afraid to price high, because people will spend it in their bathrooms. And again, they view this as an investment. So don't be afraid to get those numbers up there. So it's definitely one thing to tell you to, hey, sell these things and you'll make money. But let's talk about how to actually go about the process of selling them. And this is a big tip here. Make friends with contractors and interior designers, because if you can do that and you can provide your goods to these people who are doing the installs and things like that, you're actually capitalizing on their marketing, okay? they're spending time, they're spending money going out to get these customers that you do not have to spend the time and money doing. So basically, yeah, you may not get the cost of the install, but you're multiplying things out here. You're using leverage to get more out of your marketing by working with these people. And I started off as a carpenter, and then I got into woodworking. And the reason why I did is because I wanted to kind of like vertically go up so I can turn my competition into an ally. So a lot of guys that I used to maybe compete against, now I build a vanity for them. They install it. Everybody makes money. Things like that are really, really a great way to get more sales in these millwork type projects, okay? I've basically been able to get into woodworking and stay into woodworking by being a boutique millworks. I build custom doors, custom mantels, things like that. So keep that in mind. And then it's one thing to say, hey, yeah, go meet contractors, how to do it. Go get on Instagram and just start following them. Comment on their stuff, like their things, and start a conversation. It's networking. If you can actually start off as a, hey, I'm interested in what you're doing, instead of just saying, hey, I can make money off of you. Here's how. Just be personable with them. And the biggest thing is, don't try and bullshit a contractor, because they know it. They can sniff it out right away. If you don't know something, don't pretend you do. Especially when you're dealing with carpenters, because that's kind of what we do. So yeah, just be genuine, be honest with them, tell them, hey, I can get what you need, and I can do it in this time frame, or I can't. And keep your word, because everybody's on deadlines in this business. So if you go past a deadline, you're screwing a lot of people. So if you're gonna commit to a deadline, which I try not to do, you have to actually stick to it. And if you do that, you're going to be able to build a network of contractors that like you, that like working with you, that look forward to working with you, that are out there marketing for you. So keep that in mind, and I really hope that that helps you get more sales, more money in your bank account, because I really want to see people make money woodworking. With that being said, if you have any questions about like the business end of things, you can go to Besser Builds on Instagram and just direct message me, or leave them in the comments here. I'd be really happy to help. And if you found this at all useful, then please like and subscribe. That really helps me out quite a bit, and I can actually spend more time making content like this instead of making mantels. Thank you. Have a good day.